What's going on? Imp, Jack, Yak, Zoop. How you guys doing? Man, I'm really hoping to get an EV2 weapon here tonight. The EV can actually rip out some just really consistent DPS with the just spamming the left click. I don't know, I'll look in a sec here. Alternative, it's probably like $1.5 million, I'm assuming. Maybe 2 million? I don't know. It's probably around 2 million, I guess. Man, the bombs just don't do crap when you are all hero damage, though. If you want to play with the bombs, and I like using the bombs for sure, then you got to get some ability power in the mix. I guess I could throw my Ascension into it. Anyway, wave 5 here. I figured I'd start right off. Start right off wave 5. What up, Quicksilver? Oh, I must have took the big boy off too and didn't realize it. 30 ups. I wish there was a... Like in the original Dungeon Defenders, you could go on a summoner and all you'd get was armor drops. Marcy Q, what's up? Bunch of canisters. I'm not even going to look at those blue ones and be tempted to buy it though, because I'll end up spending $500,000 or something upgrading them. And I don't want to use... any blues. I'm going to keep that. And I start looking anyway. Oh yeah, Quicksilver. But of course. There should be links in the description. I appreciate it. Sisters on the PC. What's going on, psych? Got a little sewers this time. Yeah, I'm hero damage, hero health right now, Marcy. This is actually my first day really playing with the EV as DPS since the update came. So I want to... Tonight I actually want to check out a couple of different EV playstyles here. Thanks, Air Hood. Oh, it's hot and cold there, psych. Some runs are really good. I think I mean, obviously I don't know, and it could just be RNG, but it definitely seems like wearing this lower quality gear. I'm still wearing Chaos 5 gear, but it's not... It's either purple 60 items or legendary 45 up items. Let's see, what was I doing? I need another cannonball back here. The problem, Quicksilver, is that the Harbinger's Exile is still really buggy, it seems like to me. It actually causes you to not lose matches, but it causes matches to really be extended, it seems, from mobs getting stuck in the spawn when after they're teleported. That's why I don't use the dummies. I actually like the dummies better. Used to use them quite a bit. I'm just kind of going with the easy mode Nimbus PDT run tonight, hoping to just get a bunch of matches knocked out. Maybe see a little bit of loot. Hopefully. We will see. What's going on, Wise Locust? Yeah, I just don't, like I said, I just don't like the current state of them. I mean, it's not like it's easy now, so being easier doesn't really matter to me, you know. I either missed something or I've got some extra something somewhere. The DU is not adding up quite right at the moment for what I normally do. Actually, it looks like I got something extra somewhere. Maybe. Yep. Alright, so what did I put down extra? I think it could have been that PDT. Or no, I think it was the cannon. Maybe I've been going without the cannon lately. Not sure. Anyway, I'm just gonna roll with it. That's just with the Gambit Hive. When you put the range sphere as well in the EV, it's ridiculous. Or pardon me, in the PDT. What's going on there, PCT? Yeah, the range goes like halfway across most maps when you use the range sphere as well. It's got to have one of the best scalers or whatever. What's going on there, Twinkie? It seems like it anyway. It scales huge. I'm just doing solo runs tonight, Michael. Stupid. Yeah, I guess I killed all but one of them. That's with nothing. No ability power. And, no ascension. And it's still, you know, with, three bots. Or there's the big boy. Alright. I was just imagining things in that last one. Yep, just the Gambit there. What's going on there, Saigon? Yeah, the PDT is definitely still one of the strongest defenses in the game, there's no doubt. I'm using like two of the strongest defenses right now. The Nimbus too. I'm using it right now, Quicksilver. That's where all those bots came from that killed those assassins. But yeah, I wait for him to get on top of me, and then I pop that, and then you get all the free bots. Even with, like I said, I've got nothing. I'm using all hero damage, hero health. Or I got one piece, I guess, with ability power. And I've got no ascension into it at all. I've got it all dumped. I've got 50 into health and the rest dumped into hero damage. It still gets it done. Thanks for following there, Sal. Appreciate it. A little delayed reaction there. You guys will have to pardon me. I still don't have the appropriate level of caffeine in me yet. Running a little behind today. Dragging ass. At the wrong side. That's alright. I'll just cruise back over here. I try to, you know, that's the reason I put the cannon here. It's just to be just another stun versus the assassins. But I constantly find myself running around. Doesn't help me out any as far as having an assassin killing area. The attack rate shard is pretty big, Hive. If you don't have the attack rate shard, then you at least want the poison rate. I personally don't use the poison rate because I like the explosion. My gain volume is too high and you can't hear me talk. Yeah, I thought there was something funny with my mic. Let's see. Turn it all, turn the game volume to about there. And let me change my mic here real quick. How about there? Does that sound a little bit better? Cedo, the range, it's by defense. Some defenses it's good with, some defenses it's not. PDTs aren't crucial. There's nothing that's crucial. There is no you must use this, but PDTs are definitely very strong and they make things a lot easier. That part of it is true for sure. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened with my mic today, but for some reason the levels seemed exceptionally low compared to normal. No, there's not an opposite. There is no defense power gives you more defense health, if that's what you mean. That would be cool as hell if there was, but there currently is not. That would be pretty awesome, in fact. There's a lot of places that would be pretty damn useful. What's going on there, Billy? Come on. Where's the heavy? There it is. Ooh, didn't kill him that time. Thinking about... There's Omni. What's going on, Omni? For a totem, I use fortification, or on the walls. Is that, I'm assuming that's what you're referring to. I use fortification, the stun, and explosive shield. The shielding guard helps out, but once you get your walls healthy, it's completely unnecessary. I should do that, Hood, sometime. I'm actually friends with the DD2 planer guy, but for some reason I've just never used it. I've looked at it before, I've looked at people's builds, but I've never uploaded my own. I probably should do that. It'd be fun to play with too, play around with. Be a nice little tool to incorporate into some vids. The best ones, Cedo, in my opinion, would be like the Poison Dart Tower, of course. The cannon scales decently. It's not one of the tops, but it definitely scales pretty well. Sand traps scale ridiculously. Fissures scale pretty ridiculously. Oh, the planner's not updated yet for the trials? He's been working on that Shards website quite a bit, I know. That's probably where most of his energy is gone, I would guess. Yeah, just the single target DPS of the EV with that, with hero damage is just ridiculous. Nice, there's a canister. Not at all what I'm looking for. I want either the McDougars or a McManus projector. I like the McManus projector the best, I think. I'd like McDougars more if it fired just a little bit faster. Really up to you at this point there, Ian, but like the Abyss Lord is really strong. The Mystic's got a lot of good uses. The Lava Mancher Fishers are pretty OP right now. It really depends on what you want to do and just what heroes you like the best. The one thing I do suggest is don't take anyone else's opinion. Just get the one that looks the coolest to you. Because there's lots of changes that just hit, and there's lots more incoming. So there's going to be a lot of changes with heroes. So just get the one that you like the best. And then you'll have to find the best way to make it work through all the various changes that have either hit or are still coming. Frosty traps, huh, Omni? Frosty traps all day in C4. In C5 it doesn't make much sense. I mean, you could do it, obviously, but the just basic strategy would tell you to use projectile towers mainly in C4. Or some kind of undisableable AoE like a flamethrower or whatever. Now, obviously you can find a bazillion different ways to actually make it work. I kind of want to play with some of that stuff in C4, but in C, you know, if you're doing Chaos 4 and Chaos 5 gear, then anything's going to work. See if I can't get some shots in here before I'm dead. Ooh, maybe I can just heal up real quick. Nope, not enough time. He's not having it. A trap trigger radius shard? Yeah, that'd be awesome there, Twizzle. No doubt about that. We'll just turn you right around. How's that? So silly that that can be done. It's kind of fun to play with them, though, making them do the dance, you know. Yep, he didn't want to turn. The placement was bad that time. One of the two. Yeah, it sounds like pretty solid build there, Marcy. The main thing with the Fishers, well, when I first started playing with them, the guy that told me that was farming with the Fishers, he said the main thing is just get your regular burn damage tick over 40,000. And when I first tried it, I was at like 44,000, and it worked fine. Little coffee. I don't think I have a relic equipped right now, or my Lava Mancer. I'd switch over and take a look. Alright, Hood, take it easy. Yeah, I know there's a large portion of my viewers that are in, you know, Europe and Australia and Asia and all. For all you folks, I know this is terrible time, but this is like prime time in the US right now. It's perfect for me here. So I try to get the late ones in too. The Fisher's pretty beast there, Marcy. I mean, you can make the Flame Auras work, but the other thing with the Fisher is they don't get disabled. That's why it's oops. it's a safe ground trap to use because there's no disabling. Gonna go without a sky guard here this round. It's a struggle there, Nyquil. No doubt about that. That's all I used was the 4 basic heroes my first times through. But it's the key is just win matches, you know. Or pardon me, not win matches, win waves, because you don't have to win the match to get upgrades, you know. All you have to do is complete a few waves. The object is win matches. Oh yeah, derp. I bet I did 50 Chaos 5 runs before I completed my first one. Nah, King, it's on the bug reporting site, and it's been accepted. It's scheduled to be changed. The fissures are not supposed to be counting as towers. That was a rumor. But it's listed right there on the bug forums as an upcoming change. Yeah, you know, Quicksilver, that music got copyright claimed like within 60 seconds of me ending that stream. So I'll definitely have to find a different source of music. I had to delete that video. I couldn't put the VOD up on YouTube. Which is extremely unfortunate, because most of the people that watch my streams actually watch the VOD later. I can't remember the name of it. I wouldn't use the Gunwitch at all, Benjamin, until later on. Problem with the Gunwitch right now is you have reduced chance of getting relic drops. So if you want to build maps, you're not going to be getting your builder stuff if you're playing on the Gunwitch actively. Since the Gunwitch doesn't use relics, relics don't drop, or have a reduced chance of dropping for her. And that is definitely not good. Did I miss? No, I got the error in down there. I feel like I've got more mana left for this end than I normally do. Must have did something differently. I definitely have more than I normally do. Right, let's see. I think this will get me started. Oh, maybe it's the Sky Guards. I usually put a Sky Guard down here as well, and then one over there, so that's 60 mana saved right there. Now the Gunwitch is super fun, don't get me wrong. But if you're, if you're mainly looking for relics, that's what I'm trying to do right now, King. I'm using lower quality loot right now. I got all my good stuff locked in my bags. Yeah, I found way more perfect armor pieces than relics as well. What's going on there, IHOPs? I personally am using a mark on my sand trap Quicksilver. According to the forums, the medallion actually scales better with the sand trap, but my math just seems different. I don't know. To me, it seems like if you actually go through and just do the math and Like when you look at, if you set it up each way, you know, if you go once with a medallion in the exact same build, and then you go again with a mark with the exact same build, it the kills are higher with the mark, yet the damage done is higher with the, or pardon me, the kills are higher with the medallion, but the damage done is better with the mark. And I don't know, to me that means the mark is doing more. The kills is just the killing blow. What's going on, Dan? It varies by map there, Kirsten. I think it's like 1.2 mil on average, maybe. Something like that. Let's see, 150 left. Let me see. I think we'll set this side up a little bit better here, maybe. Ugh, my God. The EV moves pretty darn quick. I'm not used to the movement yet with her. Thanks there, Dan. It's an OP overkill build. There's no doubt. I mean, look at this. That's ridiculous. But I'm definitely guaranteeing that I'm not going to have to come anywhere near that side. Let's see. Let's just get the PDT a little juicier. I do, using this build every now and then, I do get one of those hurtling lady orcs that do a little blockade jumping, where if you go heavier projectiles and none of that Nimbus stuff, you don't have to worry at all about lady orcs hurling, because they all get mowed down. Even if they jump over, they still get mowed down before they get to the core. Ooh, and I'm going to go up here where it's all overkilly for the assassins. Frostbites are pretty beast too. I mean, there's a lot of really valuable towers right now for sure. Yeah, and I get the silence. I get all set up with the bots and I get the silence. That's alright, they're all going to be dead by the time... I think I'm going to have to suicide if another assassin doesn't get on me here. I'm not seeing another assassin on the minimap, so yeah, I'm just going to suicide. I don't want something going bad with Malthius there. Yeah, clan, I'm trying to narrow down the type of loot that will drop. It's all in theory. There's no real solid evidence. There's just not enough people recording data and what loot drops they're getting to have any real strong evidence as to how to do it. But this is my personal theory is if you use high-end but lower level stuff, so I've got like level 45 or level 30 legendary items and level 60 mythical items. Because I had the Assassin's bug where I was silenced, I don't have another hero in the deck, so I couldn't swap to another hero. Yeah, you could do that, but if you don't play with them actively, you're reducing your chances of getting the drops that you want there, King. Oh, that's a good call, Danaga. I'm gonna have to try that. Because, like, before, that's what you did. You know, like if I was gearing the Abyss Lord or whatever, I went with 4 Abyss Lords in my deck. I'm definitely going to have to try that out. I mean, I've got the EVs. Might as well throw some gear on them and go for it, you know. Come on, Assassins. I want to blow these bombs up. Well, see, that's the thing, is I've already got... You're only not going to be using all 4 of them. A little late on the number 2 there. So you can throw any old gear on them, and I've got plenty of gear sitting that I could use. I mean, for the ones that you're not using that are just placeholders, all you have to do with them is just have appropriately tiered gear, which I've got plenty of that sitting. There we go. Oh, turn around all the way and let my towers have their way. Come on, do it. Ah, didn't get the placement right. If I could turn it around right there, man, those towers would just destroy it. There we go. Ah, didn't stay long enough. Yeah, I'll just kill it. Yeah, I mean, it does, like Tanaga said, it doesn't have to be the right weapon. It's just, it's a number. It's just a assigned number that you're using, you know? Yeah, just do Chaos 1 matches, Delos. I mean, the natural progression is you do the map and you slowly get better gear as you're working your way to trying to complete it. Like, what am I using? I'm using a purple 60 up one, so I went a little bit higher than that, than Tanaga did. Oops. I unequipped it. But same basic principle. Yeah, the stuck siege rollers are a pain there right now, that's for sure. Well, then you need to do more of the either incursion or the last 2 campaign maps there, Delos. You just need to get to the point where you can complete wave 2, or get to wave 2 for that matter, because loot's going to be dropping in wave 2 for you, and then you'll slowly get upgrades. Like I said, that's kind of like the natural single player progression if you want to go through the whole process, you know. There's a lot of DPS that can kill stuck rollers. Anything with that charged primary, like even the EV here, could kill stuck rollers, no problem. The Lava Mancer can kill them, no problem. Uh-oh. Spike block down. Oh, god dang it. I snoozed. I snoozed on the Geode. I didn't realize I was in wave 4 already. Damn it. Ignore the Geode, and life is over. Yeah, there's lots of ways to kill the stuck ones. The point of it at all is that they shouldn't be getting stuck, though. What's going on there, Vandred? Yeah, I mean, the first time I cleared a Chaos 5 map, I had blues on. Another Power Storms. Man, those things are just dropping like candy for me here lately. I bet I got 5 of those yesterday. I'll never use them all, but that's one that's just really difficult to delete. I've got many of those. Oh man, I hate derping on that map because it just takes so long to build. But that was 100% pure, the juice bag's daily derp counter goes up a notch right there. Thanks for subscribing there, Delos. Oh, there's no doubt, Danaga. There's no doubt at all. But just, I mean, the nature of Ascension is, it's just a matter of time anyway. Because it keeps, you know, with the Ascension levels getting pushed higher and higher and higher. I mean, even without, you know, I don't want to say without the correct shards, but I mean, it could probably get to the point where the correct shards are definitely not as necessary. I don't think that's the case, Twizzle. I think they'll add Chaos 6. They were talking about Chaos 6 right away. As soon as this update hit, there were already rumors of Chaos 6 going. So, I mean, I'm pretty confident Chaos 6 is going to be here sooner rather than later. They let everybody get their free C5 gear, essentially, through bugs or grinding or whatever the case is, and then they throw in Chaos 6. It's the same thing when they did with, like, the Carnival, with, before the 750 items were introduced. It's based off of what you're wearing there, Delos. There's a video on my channel called Gear Progression and Gating. It's in the tutorial section. Although it's very, very confusing, it gives you a basic understanding of how that system works. Well, I mean, for some players, Danaga, but the whole thing is they have to keep it playable for, you know, people that aren't at that level, you know. I mean, there's always gonna be a select group of people that blaze through the new content really fast, but I mean, the majority of players don't have that amount of time to throw in right up front to get to that end game content so quick, without exploiting, of course. I tried it took me a ton of runs to clear my first Chaos 5, Sean, but I was also using the wrong strategies. My first Chaos 5 clear I did with Sky Guards, Geysers, and Mystic Walls for the knockup. And it was ugly. I mean, it worked, but it was not even remotely pretty. Yeah, I agree, Twizzle. The community events would definitely be a good thing. I never suggest anybody ever use the blacksmith at the current state, because the gear you get from there isn't that good. And it actually takes longer to grind that much gold, in my opinion, than it does to find something suitable in the appropriate tier. But, I mean, to each his own. You know, if you've got a bunch of gold saved up and don't mind spending it. I do the same thing with upgrades. I'll spend a bunch of gold upgrading a crappy piece that I know I'm going to replace soon, just to make it more viable. So, I mean, I guess when you look at it that way, it's the same thing. I'm using defense rate, poison explosion, and destruction on the PDTs. Well, enjoy your 3 range, because the vamp is not near as necessary as the range is. The vamp shards are nice situationally, but overall range is going to do way more for you than the vamp will. Well, I mean, the important thing, Beater, is that you're completing waves and you're getting loot to drop, you know? That's extremely lucky, Jennifer. It took me to Ascension 175 before I got my first range. It is definitely very, very lucky. I got him that time. A couple of shots in afterwards. As soon as you can, really, Michael. I mean, as soon as you feel like you could complete, you know, the first few waves, that's when you should go to Chaos 2. That's the fastest way to do it if you go through all of the progression. You get more out of losing a Chaos 2 run than you do for beating a Chaos 1 run in a lot of cases, you know? Chaos 1's got, just watch out for the shieldies. They can catch you off guard if you're used to just like throwing cannonballs down people's faces or whatever. Now, AP works with every hero safe. It just depends on how you're going to use them. Right now, this is a left-click spammer because it does really good DPS, and then I can watch chat and not actually pay super close attention to what I'm doing. And as long as I don't derp out like I did on the last map, then it usually works out. Yeah, no clue, Umatsu. Well, you have to look and see if you're in Chaos 1 gear, Michael. If you're in all Chaos 1 gear, look at the stats, and then if you do exclamation shards in the comments, yeah, just exclamation stats, and it will give you a link for it. Yeah, flamethrower PDT is a strong combination, that's for sure. And we're getting some build up here. And I got cleared out pretty quick, but definitely some build up. Guess the little turnaround, you got to get the placement right. Either that or maybe it doesn't work. Yep, there it is. I was going to say maybe it doesn't work in every situation. Well, it looks like it does, just the placement. It's so funny to see him spin around like that. Let's see. That should work. Alright, do not... Now I got all the... Having all the Nimbuses in the mix. I don't have to worry about the geodes quite as much, but I still want to pay attention to them. Oh, definitely, Denaga. It was all about those Wave 1 drops. Life Root Forest, here I come. Didn't have the big boy in the mix that time. Flamethrowers, PDTs work pretty effectively in Chaos 1. Somebody mentioned that earlier. It definitely very effective combo. Whatever you want there, Delos. They're all pretty viable, so just get what looks the coolest to you. There is no must-have heroes. Which link is that, Zor? Well, I can already answer it. No. I don't even know what link it is, but... Don't know what link it is, but I have not set up any links. I got one cannon, just to help me with the assassins over here. This is my first day really playing the EV as DPS here, so I'm not super effective. Because I'm just kind of screwing around. Oh, no, I didn't. I like the state of cannons right now. They're awesome. You can, Torin. But if you use just cannons, your chances are going to be bad unless you place them properly. You can make any build viable. No matter what hero you want to use, you can make it work. You just have to alter your placement, maybe. Like if you use cannons, you're going to want to put some cannons hitting them from behind. Thanks for subscribing there, Lickety. Because the shieldies will just absorb those cannonball shots and come bash down your walls. Blue. I was hoping to get some purple chests at least here. Yeah, Beater, that's been a problem in the game for a long time. Where the mini-map just disappears. That has definitely been a thing for a while. Yeah, getting there, dang. Do they scale well there, Omni? I haven't played with range on explosive traps yet. Alright, let's see if we can do this without derping out this time. Thanks for following there, Kick. Maxes out at 800 with Gambit. I'll have to play with it later on. I'm going to be on the hunt for an EV2 weapon for quite some time tonight, I'm sure. Unless I just get all kinds of crazy lucky. Which I do not, by any means, object to. This map, I really got to pay attention this time and not ignore the geodes again. Thanks for following there, Delos. Oh, dang. Explosive trap is hitting all 5 dummies in the tavern. I've got some I found some legendary Squire shields to Naga, but they were all like 15 ups or 30 ups. I haven't found a 60 up one yet. But you're right, though. I've only seen... What, I did probably 30 or 40 matches yesterday with the Squire. And, let's see. Yeah, I think I only saw those two or three of them. Legendary chest at the end. Yeah, those guys are pretty elusive. Whenever you get an upgrade there, dang. I would swap gear out piece by piece every time I get an upgrade, personally. Don't put more than 27 points into explosive trap range gambit. Alright. That's good to know. Oh, I must have misread it, Tanaga, because I knew what you meant. See, 20 left. Yep, wrong button. Derp. Guess I'll just fight these assassins here. I think that lower lane will probably be okay. Yeah, you know what? I should go down there. I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna not have the setup now, probably, by the time the assassins get on me. Yeah, or maybe so. $27 points gets you to 1,000. Makes sense. I'm sure that will probably... Well, it's one of those things that just people are just going to have to pay attention to. You have to you have to watch the numbers as they're going up. You know, there's always been some kind of little number watching thing like that. Like before, it was the EV's proton beams. You only put 77 points into, or 78, or whatever it was. Thanks for following there, Warren. I appreciate it. Alright, let's see. Let's cannonball it up here. think just 3 will work right there. And I got 100 left. I'm gonna change up something on this side, I think, here. $99,999. See, I'm gonna get rid of this cannon, I think, and then go with that. Thanks for following there, Rubber. Alright, that should get me. Oh, weird. A little falling through the world there. Yeah, it's crazy there, King Crash. Alright, good enough. Let's just get it moving here. Just gotta remember wave 4 this time and not choke out on the geodes. Using all these projectile towers, that geode will just wreck your face in if you're not careful. Yeah, the medallion's king on just about every defense. There we go, got him that time. That's not bad considering having 0 or almost 0 ability power and no ascension into it. Just with one more ability power piece, I think that would take me down to probably, what, 80,000 health or whatever. I got all the day 1 stuff there, Michael. But, I mean, I was in gear past that, but we didn't know about the 4-player scaling on release day. And we're doing these maps thinking they're all so difficult, but I had a 4-player group going. Little did we know, we were actually kind of jinxing ourselves. Like, we were getting steamrolled in Chaos 3, but we were doing 4-player Chaos 3 and Nightmare 4 gear. It's a specific orb, Nick. Like, any orb won't do. It's got to be specifically defense power, defense health with a vamp. If it's not that, then it's not as good. Like, I do it when I do it with you know, with defense crit over defense health, nowhere near. It's like 30,000, 30 or 40,000 DPS less. But yeah, I mean, that's the highest numbers I personally can get with what I've been doing with it. That doesn't mean it's the highest that, you know, I'm sure somebody has found a way to do better. There's no doubt about that. But yeah, out of all the gear I have, the number 1 was with the orb and the number 2 was with a totem. I actually like the idea of the totem better because it gives it so much health. Because it still seems like Ramsters have kind of funny aggro. Things go after your Ramsters quicker than they do other defenses, it always seems like. Well, the main one there, Billy, would be Fortification. Increases your defense health. The stun, the one that you can put on walls that gives a stun, is pretty beneficial. I mean, the main one, the very first shard you should always put in a wall is Fortification, though. There's no doubt. Book back there hiding. Nah, Nightmare 4, Chaos 3 and Nightmare 4 were the parallel. So if you had Nightmare 4 gear before, then technically you should have been able to do Chaos 3. You could solo, but like I said, we were doing it in a 4-player group and it was just impossible. Most of those special shards don't seem as effective to me, Omni. Yeah, fortification is a shard, Billy. It's the #1 shard you want to put in every wall. Sharpened spikes actually works on all the blocks, not just the squire. Well, it works with any of the blocks that attack. Like, it's not going to work on a tree. But you can throw that on your apprentice or, you know, squire, apprentice, whatever. I heard a rumor, I haven't tested it, but I heard a rumor that it actually works on reflect beams as well. And then it also works on like the volcano, the obelisk. It's pretty OP on those, in fact. If you're in Chaos 4 gear, Torin, you want to try Chaos 3 runs. Or pardon me, if you're in Nightmare 4 gear, you want to try Chaos 3 runs. But you're going to have to vary your builds. The same old build that you used to use in Nightmare 4 is not going to work in Chaos 3. All you want to do is the trials, Torin. You don't want to do any other game mode. Oop, and here I go derping. Crap. There we go. Forgot about the damn geode. Every single time, man. But yeah, anyway, the trials are the only thing to do. You don't want to ever do the defense mode other than just for fun, because you get nothing worth doing it out of it. Die, you bastards. I didn't use it on an obelisk yet, but I did use it on a volcano. And that combined with the volcano stun as well, stuff was getting stunned. There is no doubt. But I have not tried it on the obelisk yet. Gobu's got me wanting to try out using obelisks as walls, though. He's been tearing it up with them. Right, let's see. I'm not that curious at the moment, there, King. That's why I haven't tried it yet. It was an interesting thing, or an interesting thought, but nothing I've been too anxious to test out right away. You just got to keep grinding there, Torin. If you want to play solo, that's the way to do it. You know, keep grinding and eventually you'll get something. It's not supposed to be like you do just a couple of maps. I think the way the system is right now, to play through it all 100% legit and solo, you're going to have to do quite a few. You're going to have to fail a whole bunch of runs, basically, and slowly get your upgrades. You know, you might only get one piece every 3 runs, you know. depending on how lucky RNG is to you that day. Thanks for subscribing there, Raz. Appreciate it. Just doing solo matches tonight. Earthshatter's pretty awesome there, Richard. It's just a shame that it's so expensive because it just takes away from its usefulness having it cost so much. It's hard to fit them in, but they're definitely decently. You can get them all the way down to like 1.2 seconds or something like that attack speed. You get 3 of those down, it's just firing off like crazy. But the problem is you just don't have many maps that offer up the DU to have 3 of them per lane and still have something else in the mix, you know? It's just expensive. Get the weapon back. I haven't lost a weapon, Lunar. I lost a bunch of pets, if that's what you're referring to, but yeah, I got all those back. There we go. Come on, be a weapon. Well, medallion's not bad. Nice. 60 up medallion. I'll take it. Unfortunately, it's one that I've got duplicates of. But that's a fine medallion right there. Very nice. Let's see what kind of weapons. We got a tome canister. The Tinker's Mervitronic Burster. Not really interested in either of those. A little coffee. The coffee's so good. Yeah, Twizzle, but you know how many runs I do in between seeing a good item like that. I haven't seen a medallion of that quality in a week. And that's a lot of hours in that week, you know? Let me make sure I lock that bad boy right away so I don't do anything silly. Can always use another destruction too, even though it's such a pity getting that shard in this bracket. Twice as bright and freeze buster are both duplicates. Alright guys, give me one moment here. I'm gonna go AFK for just a second, but I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. I got the redneck karaoke going. Fanny, I don't need any more campaign shards. I've got so many duplicates of them. So I quick sell them because you get more money for them if you don't open them. So that is why. Let's see, get the deck squared back away here. There's a few different ways to build the PDT's torrent. I personally go with the poison damage. So I go with a medallion with crit and speed on it, and then I use rate, destruction, and the explosive poison. The black eye pet. This one here, Danaga? Oops. That is, that's the Alienware pet. If that's the one you're referring to. Yeah, the Alienware Arena did a DD2 pet giveaway, and that was the pet. I actually got 3 of them. It's pretty cool looking. It's a reskinned Evil Wick, basically. Range shards are one of the rarest shards in the game, Ewan. So I actually went to Ascension 175 before finding my first one. I know, like, Sidewalk Hero is what, he's probably Ascension 350 or something like that, and he has yet to find one. Now, he hasn't grinded Chaos 1 much, I don't think, and that's where its highest chance of dropping is. But yeah, Chaos 1 is where you want to do it for sure. I would guess there's still more of them available, Danaga. I think it was unlimited, to be honest with you. There's a... If you just go to Alienware Arena and go down through the offers, it's going to probably be like on the second page or whatever. It's going to be way down the list for sure, because it was probably, what, a year ago or so? Nice, Minders. Getting all the good stuff. Let's see. I don't know where Meteor Rain drops. Inf. Shards. Exclamation shards will take you to the link. Range doesn't scale well at all with flamethrowers, Ewan. It can still be pretty valuable, but the scaling is terrible with it. Yeah, it's not the worst, but it's one of the worst. I think the worst is definitely Ramsters. Have the worst scaling. It's right up there, though. It's pretty bad. There's no doubt about that. Yeah, I don't even put any range gambit into my flamethrowers, just because even though, like I said, it can be valuable to have that little extra range, it just scales so terribly. Oh. Helps if I blow my bombs up. Yeah, see, it started at 10,000 Minders. And how that deal works is you have to be level 3 in Alienware Arena, so it will take you 2 days to get the pet, basically. But you can post up, the quickest way is to post up videos, or one of the quickest ways. Feel free to use any of my YouTube videos. I don't care. To get you the free pet. Yeah, this Alienware pet right here. You can't see the tooltip on it. Let me move it down. Alien Spectre. They all roll mythical. I know some people are having good luck mixing in Hornets as well there, Rakesh. $48K is it's not, I mean, it's not terrible. I can't remember what I started C4 with. I think I started it at like 55. I'm not positive on that. Somebody else in chat may know what the minimum flamethrower was for C5. My flamethrowers now are like 150k-ish. Rakish. Or Rook, gotcha. Rook is probably the easiest. I'll go with that. For a flamethrower, you want a relic with defense health. You want a medallion with defense health and use the vampiric shard on it. It's the only way you're going to get good results out of a medallion with it. Or the best, you'll get the best results. King says he was at 65k. Flamethrowers would be the first C5. That sounds about right. I know I started it at probably 55, but I wasn't winning. Yeah, CC for the win, man. CC definitely helps. I was using Frosties, and I actually got really lucky on Frosty Power. It was the very first Chaos 5 shard I ever got. Very first Chaos 5 completion I got Frosty Power. So awesome. Let's see, let's turn you around right here. Nope, bad placement. Try it again. How about right here? Nope, still bad placement. I'm stuck. Gonna be dead before I get the placement figured out. What's going on, Penguin Welder? Guess I could quit shooting at it for a second. No point. Most people, Josh, I think are using either a medallion with defense power, defense speed, and defense health, and then using vampiric. Defense rate is what will really get you up there, and destruction as the 3 shards. That's going to get you the highest number on the tooltip anyway. I got a crappy one here, Lunar. That's what I'm actually looking for, is a new weapon. I'm using a staff canister, I think. Yeah. A 1.3 second staff canister. So it's not very good. Anyway, I'm looking for either McDougar's or a McManus projector, is what I really want to see. Defense speed on the flamethrower raises me up like 40,000 DPS there, King. No, I don't use range, Nicholas. I use vamp, rate, and something else. I don't remember, to be honest with you. But I know I don't use range just because of the crappy scaling. I have to be creative with the placements. Best relic for Nimbus is going to be Medallion with defense speed, defense crit. and then use range, rate, and destruction probably. C3 is definitely the challenge, Rook. I mean, that's where it all starts. After a few C3 attempts on the first day in that 4-man group, we completely gave up on C3 for the day and just went back to Chaos 1 and 2. You just don't get as much out of it. You know, with those deadly strikes being so elusive, I guess it depends on how many you have. If you got a truckload of them, you know, then use it on everything practically. But the reason I don't use it on the Ramster is just because I don't have a bunch of them, and that compared to like what you get out of it on the cannons or the PDT is just, to me, it seems like it's not as rewarding. See if I can get a little heal off here real quick. Man, he's backing way up. Dang. I've got 4 of them now, Carden. So I'm finally starting. I just found my 4th yesterday, I think it was. More game modes certainly wouldn't hurt there, Kuro. I mean, the more game modes, the more fun, you know? I've got the range gambit maxed on my Nimbus. Now, I haven't looked directly at the scaling numbers, but it seems like it scales nicely. Oh, the Gunwitch is a beast there, Rook. It sucks that the chances of getting relics is reduced, but the Gunwitch itself is a lot of fun to play. Yeah, the speed shards do bypass the speed cap. Yeah, the speed cap is not a thing with the speed shards. Well, you'll definitely want to switch it up a little, Rook, for when you're going on your relic hunt. But, I mean, the Gunwitch is a ton of fun to play and can be insanely effective. You know, just ridiculous ice needle crits and everything else. That could be it. I mean, it's all about the relics. You know, I mean, you can't beast mode out your DPS and just go with strong walls and mediocre towers and still be successful. But, I mean, having strong defenses in the mix makes a pretty massive difference, you know? I don't think anybody said anything about movement speed. We're talking about attack speed, defense speed there, Cal. Particularly the defense rate shard. Yeah, notifications are a little funny there, Jalal. No doubt about that. Yeah, I hear you, Tend. It definitely feels that way. I've been crying about it for a couple of weeks now. Das la Killian. It is so funny what the EV can do. I wonder if there's a way to get it off the map, like on the Siege Roller. On like Temple of the Necrotic, you can have a Squire push the Siege Roller off the ledge. Nice, Jalal. A couple different ways to build the PDT. I personally go with a medallion and I focus on the poison damage, so I go with defense rate, destruction, and I use the explosive because the explosive poison does spread the poison. Zimmerman did a video on it on the forums yesterday or the day before, kind of proving that it does indeed spread the poison. Now the range isn't what it used to be, what everybody was used to with the toxic shock, but the poison does spread. I personally have the range maxed. Oh shit. Dang it. I lucked out on that one, but I forgot about the geode again. No, the PDT does not. It bounces off. It's a projectile, so all projectile towers it's going to bounce off of the geodes. Hence my oh shitting. The DD2 forums there, Kuro. But the poison definitely spreads. It was just a video showing the poison spreading. The explosive poison shard spreads the poison. Just like toxic shock used to, basically. Yeah, I got World Tree going in here, Jalal. The World Tree McBufferson. Man, the weapons are being elusive. I don't have to find a legendary. I'm more than happy finding the purple one. Yeah, on the official page, directly on the anytime I say the forums, that's what I'm always referring to. Just because it's the only forums I ever really read. I mean, I read through Reddit. I guess that's a forum too. But yeah, I meant the official. What's going on there, Colin? Yeah, I started a little late tonight. I got a late start for sure. Richard, come on, be some canisters in that box. Nope, medallion. Crappy. Or orb, pardon me. Yeah, I'm gonna force myself to look at the blue canisters, and I'm gonna spend $500,000 gold on upgrading the 60 upgrade blue. Like that. I mean, that's not a bad piece, but I've got better already. I'll probably save that one though. Let me mark it right now so I don't forget. Save that one as a filler piece. Yeah, only an hour and a half there. Colin started at 4 instead of 3 today. Hour behind. Man, I can't wait till the map rotation changes. The main thing is just finding the shot type you like there, Eclipse. I personally like that 4 per second Falcon shot bows, but I don't know if they're still a thing. Let's see what kind of shard we got here. Another Unholy Fire. That's a duplicate. Ooh. Oh, it's green. Dang it. This is the shot, or one of the shot types that I would prefer to have. 4 per second, straight line. Goes exactly where you're aiming. The one I really want is McManus Projector, but I'm not going to give up one that's working effectively that's purple for a green. I just can't do it. I'm sure that survey is going to have some effect on one of the upcoming updates. I mean, that was their whole purpose of doing it. Nah, they didn't confirm it yet, Minders, but they have discussed it. Like, they've been asking people, like, on the official live streams and stuff. Asked them what people's thoughts on it would be. And, of course, everybody says they want the rotation. So, I'm pretty sure it'll be a thing. You would think. I mean, everybody wants it. Everybody but the guys who actually have to make it happen. But like I said, I'm sure they're going to do it. It's kind of a must-have. If not, they're... I mean, you can't limit the game to grinding 4 maps. You know, and that's what eventually the current endgame limit is 4 maps. What's going on there, Stavion? Yeah, I feel like I'm missing something again. Oh, I didn't put a PDT on this lane. Well, that for one there, Keurig. That, I mean, the map rotation. Some kind of regular events, maybe? I still feel like I'm missing something. Did I not get a wall in somewhere? I got all my walls in. I don't know, let's see. Let's put the Nimbuses in and check it out. Yeah, I'm definitely missing something. Oh, there it is right there. No PDT on this side. Yeah, I mean, rotating would be a good start, though, Jalal. I mean, eventually it would be nice to see him add... You know, add more maps to the rotation. Or all the maps to the rotation. The problem with adding all the maps to the rotation is if there's a particular map you want to do, it may just never come up. Naturally going through the trials. Oh yeah, Stavion, doing the... Looking for a EV2 weapon. I really hope to find one. Or, I'd hoped that I would find one on stream today, but... Doesn't look like that's gonna happen. Well, I can't say that. It's not over till it's over, you know? Yeah, that would be cool, Colin. I mean, that's kind of what they did with the Chaos tiers, but it would be nice, you know, especially since the end goal, of course, is to get to Chaos 5. It would be nice when you get there to have some more rotations. Didn't get my bombs off that time, but we'll do a little something to him. Maybe the Nimbus will clear him out. Oh, and by the way, it has been researched. I can't remember who did it. I think it may have been Cookie Binger on the DD2 Discord. But the plural for Nimbus is indeed Nimbi. What do you mean, King? Like, if we had the choice of all of the maps, what would be the worst one? That's a tough question. Maybe Nimbus Reach? Or no, Nimbus Reach is in it now, derp. Maybe, I don't know. I think it'll still be Bastille. Oh! Well, I think I made it the entire stream without jumping off a ledge so far. So that right there is progress. If every map was available, I still think it would be Bastille. It just takes so long to build, and then, I don't know. One little derp and you're out, you know? I think Greystone would be fun on Chaos 5. That's just a fun map. It's spread out enough where you get the feel of a larger map. Yet, if you choose to, you can still do a really effective turtle build and have all your defenses stacked in one place. So it's, I mean, it's got the best of both worlds as far as fun goes. Yeah, there's Nimbi are like that. I'd really like to see, you know, now everybody knows it's my favorite map. But I'd really like to see Temple and Necrotic on Chaos 5 too. I think that would be fun. And once you get used to them, Fabio, they're not that big of a deal. You know, I mean, just like any other enemy, it was the same thing with the Siege Roller. Everybody panicked at first. And then even at the end, before it got nerfed into the ground, it still was not an issue for most players. It was just they had to go out of their way to do it, you know. But the Assassins are the same way. Once you get used to handling them, it seems like... I did Minders. I did Greystone, but that was before the change. I'm sure Greystone. I did Little Horn Valley with weapon manufacturers. Even the thing though, Rook, it's not a deal breaker that you're gonna lose the map. It's just an inconvenience, you know? I mean, you see two rollers spawn and you're like, ah. But it's not that you're gonna lose, it's just gonna take you a little longer to kill them, you know? I gotta try that again, a weapon manufacturer build. I bet I could still do it on Little Horn. Maybe I'll try that out later tonight since I'm playing with the EV today. The change to the mobs, Minders, like with the Geodes leaving Chaos 5. The reason I say it will probably be more difficult now is because there's more cyborgs than there was before. And the cyborgs are really the main thing that are going to put a damper on your weapon manufacturers, but you can place them. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying all weapon manufacturers, just weapon manufacturers as like the premium defense. It depends on how you're going to play there, Tinned Box. Like, this is a hero damage build. Hero damage is going to work more effectively with a hero that you're going to do a lot of left-clicking. So if you're a left-click spammer... Oh, shit, where's the Geode? Shouldn't matter on this map. It's way down below, huh? The Nimbuses should take care of business here on this one. Whoa! Right in the drink. Yeah, it was like 2 weeks ago, I think, Minders. But, and then anyway, the PD, or the pets as well, depending on what kind of pet you want to use. If you want to use like a Poisonous Tips pet, then it's going to go more naturally with a hero damage character with left click spam. You know, if you want to use a lot of abilities, then of course you want ability power more than you want hero damage. All of the, or not all, but the majority of the one-shot pets are all based on hero damage, so if you like using Gatto Fireworks or that Rock Toss or anything like that, those are all hero damage based. So let's deal with these assassins here before I worry about that Sea Driller. He's got a long way to travel still. Yeah, Big Boy is awesome. And I don't even have anything into it. Well, if I had it spec'd properly, it would definitely one-shot him. Too far back, huh? Yeah. Will that get it turning? No. I still got to work on the placement for that. I think that would be cool if the Gun Witch had some kind of extra slot like that. That would be nice. I mean, in my opinion, the Gun Witch being a full offensive character, it should be stronger than the others. You know, I mean, if that's their thing and that's what they do, I mean, why would it not be stronger than the rest? Now, I'm not using the oil bots. The only bot, I've got the one that increases the range, and I've got the Big Boy, but that's all I'm using. Where are my bots at right now? And why is it not letting me place them? How weird. Alright, where's the Geode? Coming from down low again. Oh, that's why. Haha. Yeah, might as well hang out here until this assassin's gone. Get off me! The range one definitely, it seems to help. I mean, visually, it doesn't do a whole lot for it, but it definitely seems like it, oof. I mean, it hits a wide area of bads. There's no doubt about that. Yeah, that's true there, King. I mean, the Gun Witch brings... There's so many different ways to play the Gun Witch and be insanely effective. I mean, the Gun Witch brings a lot to the table. There's no doubt about that. And it's fun. I mean, that's the main thing. Well, there's a purple chest anyway. Maybe it'll have a canister or two in there. Would be ideal. There's one. Yeah, looks like just the one, but... Well... That's a little better. I'd prefer to have one with, maybe an element on it. But, I'm going to take that bad boy. It gives me a little more ability power, too, for my bots. So that's going to be mixing it up quite a bit. I'm playing with the EV today there, Unsung Hero. This is actually my first day playing with the EV, so I'm going to be using her all day long. Alright guys, well that is actually going to do it for today. I appreciate you guys coming out. There's a real solid chance for those of you that either stay up insanely late or are in Europe, Asia, or Australia, but there's a pretty solid chance I'm going to do a late night stream again tonight. In fact, I may end up doing them slightly more frequently. But I do appreciate everybody swinging by, though. Another nice turnout today. And as far as a straight up scheduled stream, I will be back tomorrow at 3 p.m. Pacific time. So an hour earlier than I started today. Today, of course, I was running a little bit behind. But that is going to do it for now. So thanks again, guys, and we will see you soon. Take it easy.